Hello, America. Come to the Oktoberfest.
If you guys would get off your asses and come to Oktoberfest, this is what's waiting for you.
Biggest party in the world.
Yeah. What's wrong with you? Why are you there and not here? I don't get
it. Every night, in every city around the world, it happens. People pour into local watering holes to, well, drink. It's my mission, that's me, to traverse the globe, getting to know these different people and their drinking customs. Bellying up to the bar, and with any luck, making some new friends. Warning! Beer and conveyor belts do not mix. You'll see more of that later, but first...
So somehow I convinced the producers of the show to let me drive on the Autobahn. Because I figure it's a guy's show. Because I'm a guy. And, you know, a real man's trip to Germany is not complete without a trip on the Autobahn. So, just be able to go a little bit faster than probably Curtis, the camera guy, is prepared to go.
I'm headed to Munich, capital city of the ancient land of Bavaria and the southernmost state in Germany.
140, 150, 160.
I'm headed there in search of the ultimate Bavarian drinking experience.
You scared?
Ever heard of Bavarian whiskey?
I'm impressed. I had no idea you guys made whiskey. Wow, that's nice.
What's the difference between American schnapps and Bavarian schnapps?
Is this something guys drink? Damn it.
Oh yeah, and there's that quaint little annual get-together called...
Oktoberfest! Yeah!
But why do they celebrate Oktoberfest?
You must drink beer and have a good time.
What makes Oktoberfest beer different from other beers?
Take the flavor of the beer.
Plus, why are these guards mad at me?
Who? No.
Go get yourself a beer, and I'll do my best to make you feel like you're right here with me when I go 3 sheets to Bavaria.
Hey! So right now we're going about 240 kilometers per hour. I'm not going to translate it into miles per hour right now. They'll put it up on the screen. Yeah, that's pretty fast.
Translated into English, Autobahn means motorway. It's used to refer to all highways in Germany, 20% of which have unlimited speed.
Move! Hey!
Some of those unlimited stretches are here in Bavaria.
There we go. See ya, bitch.
Munich, where I'm headed, is the largest city in all of Bavaria. Here they call the town München, which means monks in German. Of course, for me, it means schnapps and beer. But first, maybe a little something to soak it up. Hey, what do you know? And no, I didn't plan on going to a bakery with the same name as the much-celebrated American brew. I just want a pretzel.
Pretzel.
And I'm told they make the best ones in town.
Okay, first you have to look that it's like this.
I don't want to break it. How's that? That's pretty good.
Okay, so then just so.
You did that too fast.
Okay, slow.
Hey-oh!
Yeah.
Pretzel.
Time to go big.
Hey, umbrella.
After we tie it, we let it rise.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Season it.
Stop it. It's the world's biggest pretzels. Ah.
Cook it. Then, all we gotta do is eat it.
You want to try some of my pretzel?
Maybe.
Who makes the best pretzel of any American in a pink shirt?
I think it's me, or?
Oh,
Of course.
okay.
Yeah, pretzels make great projectiles and great sponges, which is a good thing, because I'm about to soak up some booze. So I head to the trendy neighborhood of Glockenbach to check out a popular bar called Zootsies.
I'd say Zoozies.
Zoozies, yeah, okay.
You say Zootsies.
Zoozies, yeah.
Zootsies. Hello, how are you? I'm here at Zootsies.
I have a gut feeling I'll get my fill of beer tomorrow at Oktoberfest.
I will drink 2 beers at Oktoberfest today.
So Jens, the bartender, is gonna show me something different. Bavarian spirits, including something I didn't expect to see.
This one I'm looking forward to trying. This is whiskey.
You heard me right.
This is whiskey.
When I think of whiskey, I think of Scotland, Ireland, Canada, Kentucky, and Tennessee. But Bavaria?
We don't have any else whiskeys.
Okay, so
Just
this is the
one.
only whiskey made in Germany.
Called Slyers.
Slyers. Nice. Wow, that's good. It's good whiskey.
It's real good.
I'm impressed. I had no idea you guys made whiskey, and that's a good whiskey.
Actually, it makes sense. After all, whiskey is essentially distilled beer, and the Bavarians know beer. Slyers uses single malt barley and local spring water from the town of Schliersee. At 86 proof, it packs a punch.
I'm impressed. Ooh.
Speaking of hard alcohol from the Bavarian town of Schliersee,
It's also from Schliersee.
Bless you.
Schliersee.
Bless you.
It's Waldhimbeer.
Waldhimbeer.
Right. So it's raspberry from the forest.
Okay.
It's also very hard.
Is it like a schnapps?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
the typical Bavarian schnapps.
Okay.
he serves it to me in a champagne flute, which gets me wondering,
Is this something guys drink?
Yeah, that's a guy's drink.
Really?
So it's a
Oh, good heavens.
yeah, it's a real good one.
Not bad. You just sip it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
so why did it make me swear in German? I think it's time to clarify something. The difference between German schnapps and American schnapps.
Hey, dude.
American schnapps is loaded with sweeteners and added flavorings. Its alcohol content usually hovers around 20% or 40 proof. In Germany, on the other hand, the word schnapps refers to distilled beverages with no added sweeteners. German schnapps can be made from fruit pulp, grains, or roots. It's about twice as potent as schnapps from the States.
What is the alcohol? 84 proof. Wow.
Next, an apple pear schnapps. But before drinking it, I need to brush up on some proper etiquette.
And what do? Do you pound it?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
You have to.
all right. What do you say?
Prost.
Prost is German for toast. It even has the same dual meaning as toast does in English. It works as both a drinking salutation and a word for cooked bread. But Prost isn't the only toast around here.
Zum Wohl.
Zum Wohl.
Zum
Zum
Wohl.
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 Yeah, right.
Zum Wohl.
Yeah.
Zum Wohl.
Zum Wohl.
Zum Wohl. Zum Wohl.
Zum Wohl.
Okay, bye-bye.
This apple pear schnapps is 76 proof. Again, these German schnapps are not the super sweet liqueurs used as mere mixers in the States.
That's good. That's strong, man. You guys have some strong-ass schnapps.
Strong enough to make me call it a night.
Print.
Because I had to save myself for the biggest party in the world.
I can't get enough beer!
I'm in Bavaria, about to tackle the one and only Oktoberfest. Huh, sure would be nice to fit in around here.
I'm gonna get myself in some hosen, and if I'm lucky, they'll be leader.
Lederhosen, by the way,
See.
is German for leather pants.
You know, here, what we'll do is we'll look at a few, and then we'll try them out. Yeah, these are pretty cool too. And then what do so I have these, right? And now I need a shirt.
Medium, large.
You wouldn't normally see a shop with racks and racks of lederhosen, but since it is Oktoberfest time, there's a seasonal demand.
So yeah, see, the only thing is I'm straight, so I probably want something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, is that sexy though?
Yes. Okay. You can try it on.
And then, what about my suspenders or something?
After a little shopping, I'm a new man. Let's do this. Woohoo!
I know, it's crazy.
I'm on my way to the Wiesn.
That is the Wiesn this way?
The Wiesn is a massive festival ground with games
Punkt. I don't know.
rides, and of course, these places.
Beer tents. Now these tents used to be tents, and now they're actual structures.
All 6 of the major Bavarian beer companies sponsor 14 tents, some holding up to 10,000 people at a time. It literally is the biggest party in the world.
Your mission here, if you're gonna come to, look, if you're coming to Oktoberfest, here's what you need to know. You gotta get here early, and you gotta stake your claim on one of these tents, because you're not gonna be able to bounce from tent to tent. You need to get in one of these tents, you need to make your plot, and you need to stay there. Because if you leave, they'll send someone else into your place, and you're not gonna get back in. Let's go in and see if we can't get a beer. Friends, 3-sheet watchers. Is that the,
Once inside the Hofbrau tent, I convinced a group of people to let me sit down with them for a minute.
I bought them a round of beers, which I think is gonna put me back about 150 bucks. All right, I'm not paying for it. 3 sheets is. And I'm not even gonna look at the producer to see if it's okay that I go ahead and do it. I'm just gonna reach my hand out and get money. Hey!
Okay, we have our beers, we're at Oktoberfest. Party time! Woohoo!
I will drink 2 beers at Oktoberfest today. Oh!
As is the case with all the tents, every seat in this place has been reserved, in some cases, up to a year in advance.
I can't get enough beer!
I don't have reservations at this table, or any other table in any other tent for that matter, but these people are nice enough to let me hang with them until the people who reserve the empty seats arrive. If you do reserve seats in one of the Oktoberfest tents, the custom is to stay there all day long and drink, and get to know the others at your table. Or, if you're like me and you don't have reservations, plan on standing a lot. There'll be plenty of others doing the same thing. Oh, and if you don't want to be a so-called plan on drinking a lot.
In German we say, Ex oder
What does that mean?
we say, you drink the rest of your beer.
Yeah.
Was heißt sofort?
At once.
At once.
Yeah.
The rest of your beer at once.
Okay.
Or you're the biggest at Munich. Okay?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do
Okay.
it.
What's this? Hey! You feel great?
I don't feel like a anymore. What? Okay!
Over at another table, I get to wondering, should people really be doing this when drinking this much?
Yeah!
I have no idea why they're doing this, but I do know this. It's against the rules.
Who? No.
No, it's.
We got yelled at for lifting the table up. Of course, I'm the one that got yelled at for it. You know what? It was my idea. I'm sorry.
It's okay, it's okay.
This is probably a good time for me to get the heck out of here.
Okay, this is tent number 2. This is called Bavaria Heaven. See, every tent has a theme. This is Bavaria Heaven. This is the Hocker tent. And while I walk in there, why don't you guys watch a little documentary on how the Hocker Brewery works. Enjoy.
As is the case with all the Bavarian brew makers at Oktoberfest, Hocker sure produces a brew specifically for Oktoberfest. It's slightly hoppier and higher in alcohol content than their normal brew.
The flavor of the beer should be very smooth. Take a sip and feel the bitterness of the beer. Just for the Oktoberfest, we produce about 10,000 hectoliters every year, 1 million liters.
That's the equivalent of 2,816,000 12-ounce bottles of beer. On the wall. 2,815,999
Thanks,
bottles
Professor.
of beer.
Back inside Bavarian Heaven, I'm not drinking out of a 12-ouncer.
Cheers.
I'm drinking out of a 1-liter tankard called a Maas.
Okay, get this. This is larger than the typical American beer. This is about 24 ounces. This is an Oktoberfest beer.
Between all the beer tents, a little over 6 million of these are sold at Oktoberfest. In fact, roughly 30% of all the beer manufactured by all 6 of the Munich breweries is consumed during the 2.5 weeks of Oktoberfest. Yet despite the massive consumption of alcohol, people remain surprisingly civil.
You gotta understand, people at Oktoberfest are very friendly. You will not find a fight. If you had this many drunk people in America, you'd have fights breaking out all over the place. These people are happy and drunk.
And they're well fed. Roughly 500,000 whole chickens are eaten at Oktoberfest. Another 500,000 sausages are eaten. As for pretzels, I can't find any stats on that, but it's a lot.
Big boy, want some of that?
So why do people celebrate Oktoberfest anyway?
Go crazy. Seriously, it's nothing.
Coming up, the story behind the party.
All people from all over the world are here and make party.
And all these people watching 3 Sheets are home drinking beer, I hope. If you're watching the show and you're not drinking a beer, what's wrong with you?
I'm at the one and only Oktoberfest in search of the ultimate Bavarian drinking experience. And I found the ultimate Bavarian.
You look awesome. Awesome. I want to do that.
He tells me he spends about an hour curling it in the morning. Good thing, because when it's not curled, it would tend to get in the way.
This is from here to here, 1.10 meters.
Really?
Yes, I must go
1.1 meters. That's about a yard, I think.
The ultimate Bavarian soon shows me a common Bavarian custom, snuff.
How you feel?
Very good.
By the way, the snuff thing is not just something older Bavarian dudes with strange beards do. For some reason, it kind of brings me back to Japan, when I ate a ball of wasabi.
Pile of hot wasabi sauce.
Yeah, the snuff kind of burns, but a little beer makes it all better. I think it's time to take my freshly damaged sinuses and make a move for tent number 3, hosted by Spaten. Here, I find someone who might be able to answer the question that's been on my mind since I got here. Why celebrate Oktoberfest?
You must drink beer and have a good time.
Yeah, you see, I got that part. I got that part down real good. But why drink and have a good time here during this time of the year? Time to get out the 3 Sheets history book. In the year 1810, a beloved princess named Teresa married Prince Ludwig in an open meadow roughly 100 acres in size. Apparently, it was quite the reception because the party lasted for over 2 weeks. In honor of that, every year since, Bavarians have returned to the same grounds for a 2.5-week anniversary celebration, starting in mid-September and lasting through early October. This area is called Theresienwiesen, meaning Teresa's Meadow. But most people just call it the Wiesen or Meadow.
Hi, how are you?
Back at the Wiesen, I've been to 3 tents, and now I'm going to attempt to get into a 4th.
Can we come in? I know, but we have a television crew. We have a television.
It's early evening, the place is packed, it's 1 in, 1 out, and nobody's coming out, so nobody's going in.
You can't get in, even if you have a television crew, which I have.
Actually, I could use a break from all the drinking. After all, I've had 4 liters of beer, which is roughly the equivalent to 11 12-ounce bottles. Huh, I wonder how my balance is doing. What better way to test it than by jumping on a moving conveyor belt?
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Yep, I'd call that a 4-liter fall. And the perfect ending to a Bavarian beer blitz. Which gets me wondering, will I be in pain tomorrow? Not only from the fall, but also the 135 ounces of stronger than average beer. We'll see.
Oh, hi there. I am what the Germans call kata, or hungover. So I've chosen to not go out for my hangover remedy, but to have it brought to me. So I'm gonna call down to reception and have them bring it to me. Last thing I remember, something about a conveyor belt. I don't know, maybe that didn't happen.
Reception here?
Yes, how are you? I'm calling for the hangover cure.
Okay. You have a hangover?
Yeah, I have one. Do you have one too? You crazy girl. Hey, let me ask you something. If I want a typical German hangover meal, can't you bring that to me?
Yes, typical in Munich we eat Weißwurst.
It's the typical Bavarian breakfast food. And yes, it's usually served with pretzels and beer. That dark sauce is a Bavarian sweet mustard.
I'm told you peel the sausage.
It's veal sausage, and the casings are pork guts.
I'm not a rabbi. I don't know how to skin one of these things.
It's very mild in flavor, probably a good thing when you have a sensitive stomach.
Wow. Oh my God, I feel so much better.
But no, it does not instantly cure a hangover.
And the pretzel.
Oh well, that's the price you pay when you host a drinking show.
I'm a trooper. Bye-bye. Auf Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen.
So there you have it. A place where you can drive fast.
Let's go fast! Hungry for Hasenpfeffer!
Nein! Or drink fast. But never do both. A place where the schnapps are strong. The beers are big and strong.
I need more beer!
But the barmaids are even stronger. Bavaria! I came,
Perfect.
I drank, I fell. But at least I was able to wear leather pants and suspenders and still be cool.
Can you say irresistible? Cha-ching! Yeah! Hi, I'm Zane Lamprey. Did I come into frame there enough for you, Curtis? I'm gonna try that again. In Germany, is this just a shepherd? You have 2 ways of driving a car. Slow, like the girls drive it, or fast, like a man. Ah!